those lands. But you know what? I think we just have game. Yes, we do, because this is a big boy right now. 7-3. We go Olivia, attack. That is just game. Where is our... There it is. Hello, what's up? What's going on? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kyle, and this is my channel, Arena Hacks. Thank you for stopping by to check it out. If you're brand new to Magic the Gathering Arena, then go check out my Beginner's Guide series. It's full of all kinds of great stuff to help you grow your collection and get started in this program. On to today's video, though, I'm going to be doing a Vampires deck since Crimson Vow just came out on Thursday. I know this is Sunday, but I've been really busy lately. I do have a full-time job. I do this part-time, so it's hard. It's hard to find the time to do all this stuff. So this is Sunday, and I'm coming out with my first Crimson Vow video now. But I also ran a recent poll, so my poll was about where to put the camera position, or where to put myself basically on the screen, and what most of you like. And at the moment of recording, at least when I last checked the poll, I was at 20 votes, and 70% of those 20 people said that they want me to cover the pet on the left-hand side in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to be trying to do that this video, and seeing how you guys like that and how that works out. So also comment in this video if you want to weigh in on that, or go check out the poll on my channel. You just go to the community tab, and it'll be right there. And thank you for everybody who voted on the poll and said, yeah, and let me know what you like. That's really cool. I wasn't expecting people to go that way, but that's awesome. If that's what you like, I'm gonna give it a try and see how it goes. But back to the Vampire deck that I'm featuring today. Vampires, a lot of these do come from both Innistrad sets, Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow. I did do a Vampire deck before Crimson Vow came out, but I didn't have a lot of luck with it, so I never did make a video of it. It was actually kind of bad, I suppose. I didn't think it was bad. It actually has a few of the same vampires that are actually in this deck, so I don't know why it was so bad before, but right now it's pretty cool. And the reason why I built this deck is because of Olivia Crimson Bride. She's the free mythic rare that I got when I bought the pre-order, the 50 booster packs plus Olivia and the card style, which is why I got this cool borderless 3D kind of card style for Olivia right here. And as you see, she's got Flying and Haste for 6 mana, 3/4. Flying and Haste, that's not bad. It's a little hefty on the mana, but it's the rest of her ability was where it's really worth it. Whenever she attacks, whenever Olivia Crimson Bride attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. That's really cool. So if you get a powerful creature from your graveyard, it's a really big damage amplifier. Instead of just tacking in with a 3/4, you're attacking in with a 3/4 and then some other creature that you didn't previously have on the battlefield. So it's really cool. That has a little stipulation: when you don't control legendary vampire, exile this creature. I actually never had that come up, I don't think. Maybe it's in the video somewhere. I don't think so, because if your creature dies before you don't control a legendary vampire, it goes to the graveyard first, and then that effect doesn't happen. So if Olivia or whatever legendary vampires we have die after that, they stay in our graveyard. They don't get exiled then. So it really actually doesn't come up that often. I'm sure it would in certain matches if you were to go. I was just playing in the play queue today because I really haven't had much time to test this deck or anything. So obviously it did work pretty good. I am recording this after the gameplay, otherwise how would I know? Like I said, my other deck was bad, that's why I didn't make a video. But yes, it went pretty well, so I am sharing it with you. And yeah, Olivia is pretty cool. The other one I got here from the new set Crimson Vow is Anje, Maid of Dishonor. Whenever Anje, Maid of Dishonor, and or one or more, it's a little bit harder to say than you might think, vampires enter the battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This ability triggers only once each turn. That kind of sucks, it only triggers once each turn, but if you can build around those blood tokens, they're actually pretty cool. She does have a nice little ability here, pay 2 mana, sacrifice another creature or blood token. So this is actually someone who would go really good in the sacrifice deck. So this would go really good in the Rakdos Treasures deck because she does have a sacrifice ability. But you have to also pay attention to that ability. Each opponent loses 2 life and gain 2 life. Yeah, so whatever. But you can sacrifice another creature for it, so that's pretty cool too. If you have the 2 mana available and your opponent's about to kill or exile another one of your creatures, you can sacrifice it to this and prevent it from being exiled, and you're getting 2 life and doing 2 damage to your opponent in the process. And that extra 2 life drain does go really well with some of our Innistrad Midnight Hunt cards like Vampire Socialite. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, you get a +1/+1 counter on each other vampire we control. So this is our main way of actually growing our vampires. They're not very strong to begin with, so we mainly grow them with Vampire Socialite. That's our big thing for making our creatures bigger. Another one from Midnight Hunt is the legendary Florian Voldaren Scion. So at the I don't even know if I read that right or pronounced it, whatever. First strike, 3/3 mana, not bad, good value there. That alone. Also at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponents lost this turn. So here we have that theme coming up where our opponents need to lose life, so we get extra, not just win a little sooner, but we also get extra abilities and triggers from all that. So what we get to do is exile one of those X cards that we look at, the top X cards, and the X is the life drain that we've achieved this turn on our opponent. Exile one of them and put the rest back on the bottom of your library in random order, and we may play that exile card this turn. So a good trick when you first play Florian, if you're playing him pre-combat, you know you're going to get and you know you're going to get damage in your opponent and drain them for life. Try to maybe hold off and don't play a land. That way, if all you get is lands, or like if you don't have enough mana, because once you pay the 3 mana, depending on where you're at in the game, if it's early game and all you have is 3 mana, then you might have to just exile land and then play a land if you haven't played a land, right? Because if you don't have the mana to play anything else out of those top X cards, you're just going to exile something that you don't get to play anyways. So hold back a land for a little while if you can, or if you have a lot of mana anyways, don't worry about it. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So he's also legendary as well as Anje, so there's some legendary creatures which helps with that little bottom part of Olivia there that I explained earlier. And as you see down here, we got Meathook Massacre, it's just super awesome. Some of our powerful removal, board wipes. A lot of times we're able to pay an amount of mana for X that allows us to avoid killing our own creatures while killing our opponent's creatures. And we have Meathook sitting on the field, which gives us even more life drain when our own, whenever one of our creatures dies, that's even more life drain for our opponent, which goes for all of this life drain stuff. If it happens during our turn, we can play vampires and get triggers like that. Here's another one from the new set, and this is actually, when I started playing with this guy a little bit more and I started reading the card a little more, I started this is actually a little bit better than I thought it was when I initially put it in the deck. I actually really like this guy he's a pretty decent uncommon. He's only 2 mana and he's 3/2 power and toughness. That already right there is good value. Like, to get that 3 power with 2 toughness and 2 mana only, like, that's not bad. So anyways, when he enters the battlefield, we get to create a blood token. So we do have some blood token stuff going on here with Anje, Maid of Dishonor. Was there any other blood token stuff? Haven't seen any yet, but I do know we have more in here, and I'll get to that. But you also he has an ability, so if he doesn't have Summoning Sickness, because you need to tap him, so as long as he doesn't have Summoning Sickness, and you tap him, that's all you need to do, no mana, and you can you sacrifice him. Tap, sacrifice, target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is twice double the number of blood tokens that we have. So it's really nice to have a few of these kicking around. And you know what? Sometimes when the shuffling's not going good, it's not too bad just to sacrifice the blood token for its own ability. You pay 1 mana, tap and sacrifice the blood token, discard a card from our hand, and draw a card. So we're basically cycling that card. And it's actually a really good ability when you're bogged down, drawing the wrong stuff. And if you're discarding anything, your vampires that are high mana or you can't play or whatever, right? You have to get rid of a vampire. Remember, if you find Olivia, you can actually get that vampire back out of the graveyard. So it's not that big a deal depending on what you have available to sacrifice. So that's pretty good right there too. We've got some Roil Eruptions so we can do damage to our opponent's faces, as well as this is also used to kill creatures that are weak enough that it can take down. Same with Play with Fire. Play with Fire, if we do it to our opponent's face, we get that Scry 1, which is really nice. We got a little bit extra card draw hidden right here within Deadly Dispute. We also get to make a treasure token with it, and we don't have to sacrifice one of our own creatures. We can sacrifice, yes, a treasure token, as we all know, but if you pay close attention, Deadly Dispute says it doesn't have to be a treasure token or a creature. It can be any artifact, right? It just happens that a treasure is an artifact. So that's the way the card's read. So all of these blood tokens that we're creating here, and with Voldaren Epicure, all those blood tokens we can sacrifice to our Deadly Dispute instead of using their own ability, which is nowhere near as good as getting a treasure and drawing 2 cards and not having to discard a card, right? So it's a lot better than that, and you can sacrifice the token to that anyways. Voldaren Epicure, I think, is one of the last cards in this deck that I haven't talked about yet. And whenever he enters the battlefield, he or she, whatever, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And we get to create a blood token. So we got more blood tokens there. We got some damage again right to the face, some life loss. And they can't, unless they prevent it or something like that, yeah, it's just, there's your damage. It helps our Vampire Socialite. It helps Florian. It helps so much here. Did I skim over Nighthawk? I missed Nighthawk Scavenger. How could I? This is one of the greatest cards in this deck. Not the greatest cards in the deck, but he's a really, really awesome vampire. He's actually been around for a long time. One of the oldest cards in this deck being from Zendikar, as well as Roil Eruption. The rest, I'm pretty sure, is all Innistrad. Nope, wait, Deadly Dispute is AFR. But yeah, there we go. You all know Nighthawk Scavenger. He gets his power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyard. So as our opponent's graveyard fills up throughout the game, his power is equal to the number of different cards like sorcery, enchantment, this, that, other thing. And then I think those are what it means by different types of cards. But anyways, and he gets 1 plus that. So even if there's 0 in an empty graveyard, he still is a 1/3 flyer with Death Touch and lifelink. So it's just really awesome. And yeah, just love him. Sometimes we have trouble getting that double black, which also carries over to the Meathook Massacre, but it usually works out. So over here looking at the lands, we've got 8 of our rare lands, the Pathways, and 4 Haunted Ridges. Lots of not tap mana. Early game I'll play Haunted Ridge sometimes if I have nothing to do with 1 mana, or I know I don't want to cast anything for 1 mana. I'll play it down tap first turn, whatever, get it out of the way. Other than that, we're almost never playing tap lands in this deck, which is really sweet. So that being said, let's go take a look at some of that sweet gameplay. Guess we keep it. Our red source is tapped off the start, but it opens up Roil Eruption on our second turn, or we can just play Voldaren Epicure. Whatever we want. I say we go that way. Get the blood token. Throw that down. Guess let's just attack in here, get some damage. 8 point of damage. See what opponent plays. Mono white, there's something. 4 toughness, this won't kill it, that sucks. Let's get rid of that token for some card draw, not bad. Three for this is what we can do. Total, if we sacrifice our treasure. So let's see if they block. They may not because it's only one. Oh, they do go for it. That's good for us. And now we've got our Meathook Massacre on the field, which is really nice. Get all those triggers from it. Oh my god, but they just have non-stop Valkyries, so they don't care. Why would it bother them? Olivia's 6, we've got 2, 4, 5. One of these two is 6, so yeah. We can discard a land with this if we want. And this is also getting turned into a treasure. Sure, let that go. Get rid of the red source, maybe. I feel like I always have problems with black sources. Get Olivia down. What do we have in our graveyard? That's it? What did they... Oh, right. The other one's over here. I could have sacrificed the treasure to... yeah, let's go next. Sack the treasure to get it in our graveyard. We can do that next turn. Attack with Olivia, get our Anje in the graveyard so we can get it back. What does this do? Value, search the library. Enchantment card revealed and put that card on top. Okay. And they're getting what? 2 life? Ooh, that's bad. I don't like them getting that card. Yeah, I have no way of dealing with enchantments, do I? I just have to make sure their life total keeps getting lower and lower. Oh yes, pass, sorry. My bad. I kind of want to keep my blood tokens for the Bloodtithe Harvester. Yeah, let's just take our turn. Another Olivia, that's pretty cool. So it's a backup. We have no vampires in our graveyard to get back, or creatures at all. It doesn't have to be vampires. Just a creature, and a creature. Grab black from this treasure, get Anje in our graveyard. Go that way. Attack in with Olivia. Get Anje back, tapped and attacking. Get another blood token. Oh, this is getting cool now. Now I like this. This is fun. We're doing cool stuff. We gain life. Ooh, look at this. I didn't see that originally. We can get rid of that post-combat. End turn. And we got this guy. Oh, that's going to be -6 right now with the 3 blood tokens. Ooh. Oh, never mind. We're all dead. Everybody dead. Yeah, let's throw one of these at him. Another creature or blood token. Oh, I could have sacked a creature. Oops. Oh well. Here's some damage. This time let's sack a creature, because we can. We got another Olivia on deck. Oh, I'm like, why is there stick? But that was because of their thingy there. Let's go that way. I think that's exactly 7. So yeah, let's throw the good game, which they already gave us. Now what? They're gonna... Did they say good game there? They're not gonna rope us now, are they? Oh, they are too. Really? I thought you were being all good and everything. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, very nice. That was a fun win. I like that. That was good. We got to see a lot of the mechanics of the deck coming together. I don't know what to say this game. I'm like, man, it's a decent hand. I wasn't like super thrilled about it when I first saw it, but it's definitely nowhere near mulliganing kind of hand. So we keep and do what we can do. See if the Socialite will last around, and then maybe we can get some damage in, and then get a nice 4/3 Bloodtithe Harvester. That's a 2-mana 3/2. That's good value on its own right there. Let's go this way. Tack on in. Get some damage. The Harvester down. Do we go Epicure? They didn't foretell anything, so there's no Doomscar next turn. Let's give it a try, see what we can do. Go for an aggro kind of match here. So we play a land, and we got Anje on deck. Oh, what do we have to do? Sack a creature. I like that creature too, you jerk. Ooh, Florian's kind of cool though, but we won't get to... We won't have enough mana to do much with him, with whatever we exile or something. How does this work again? Look at the top X card. X is total life. Your opponent lost. Exile one of those cards for the rest of you may play the exiled card this turn. Yeah. And we already played a land. Yeah. So let's go Anje instead. Attack in first, because we got to get our opponent to lose life. Then we play our Vampire and our Socialite. Gives it the counter. Sequence. We can still sacrifice the Harvester if they have a creature that we need to kill. Well, there's that one. Yeah. Oh, dang, I played the land again. Yeah. Okay, let's get this guy out. Because of this enchantment, we have to sack a creature whenever their angel dies. So we'll go this way. Yeah, so whenever an angel our opponent controls die, each player sacrifices each player? Each other player. Yes, so we will have to sack. Oh, you have to tap him to do this. Or could we have? Yeah, no, you have to tap him. Tap him and sacrifice him. Resolve. That guy goes. He did do some damage. Get Florian down now, maybe? How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana for... Let's try it. It gives them more that they have to block next turn. And we already have a menace on the field that will is actually lethal. So they need at least more than one blocker. Yeah, that's actually bad. They need 4 blockers. Or they need to kill a combination of creatures and blockers. Oh, we don't have the mana for it. Son of a bum. Well, there's one creature down. They still need 3 blockers and or kill these 2 creatures. Or some combination of the 2. And there we go. Pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I don't know which way to organize it. Socialite, or do we try to do these two guys in the same turn? It's blue. Let's try it. Just looking at the island picture. Be Fading Hope. Gonna bounce it back to our hand. I was gonna say 1 blue mana. I don't know. It's mono blue. What else can you do? I could have counters now. I think they have bounce spells because they're holding priority. But it's even when we haven't cast a spell, so they might have counter spells as well. It's possible I should have played around a Jawari Disruption. It's possible. It's definitely I should have. Oops. Attack with our Menace and then Voldaren Epicure, maybe? Yeah, let's go that way. Then we can have a 2/2. And it'll be total 3 damage that we get through. How come I haven't seen any other players making blood tokens yet? Where's all your blood? In your veins? Is that where you think it's supposed to be? I don't know. You know, it's probably pretty good to have your blood there. You should keep your blood there. So they go for the block. They probably have a counter spell, I'm assuming. Or maybe they have a bounce spell that they're going to play now, like a the one that gets you a learn. What's it called? Oh my god, I can't remember. Divide by 0, I think. Let's try it, see if we can fry their egg. I like fried eggs. They're delicious. Smoldering fried egg. Mm-mm. Delicious baby dragon. And it's gone, we get it. They let it go through, so I don't know what the stick is all about and what they're holding on to. But we've got a lot of Roil Eruption, so there's a Fading Hope. Yeah, smart that they do it on our end step, because now I'd like to play it again and we can't. No, we can't. But we can Roil Erupt them in the face and then play it, and it'll come in with a counter on it. +1 counter. That wouldn't be bad. And they're not doing anything. They got leaving 4 mana up. Ew. I think they probably want to counter this. Or they just have full control on or something. Yeah. Should we play it? Yeah, I don't know. What am I moving from 2, 5? No, we need 2 more mana to kick this. Do they have a counter? I bet they do. Let's try ending turn. See what they do. Well, that's good. They just spent a whole turn and did nothing. They played a land. Okay. Now they're doing something. But we need some way of killing it. And I don't have enough mana for the Meathook. Actually, we're only one shy of mana on the Meathook, so maybe we just discard a Roil Eruption with our blood token, and then hope we get an untapped land so we can -4 their dragon. As long as they don't, well, yeah, shit. They could have another counter spell. Do we want to do it? Let's give it a try. We have 2 of them. That's what we were looking for. Hello. We have anything in our grave? We do actually have a good vampire in our graveyard too. But we need to do this for 4. But first let's attack because we're going to lose our own creature. Let's get some damage. And they're still stick. So they have something. If it's a counter, there's counter spell, there's really nothing we can do anyways. Like, we have to try to get rid of their dragon. And if they have all the answers, that's just lucky ass is it player. Okay. So they get to save their dragon. We gain a life? No, they lose a life when we do that. Right. At least our Olivia has haste. So does their dragon. But their dragon will be tapped. They will have, well, they'll have treasure tokens. Yeah, we just need them to not have the perfect cards. Is basically what we need them to have. Not have counter spells, because they're going to have all the mana for it. So let's go for it. Alright, we get Olivia down. Alright, let's get some life gain going with the Scavenger. And this is ability, so they can't just counter it. Now they can react with stuff, if they have it. As they don't. So gain some life back, that's nice. They're down to 2. So they can't just willy-nilly attack with Goldspan anymore unless they have an Auron's Epiphany, which they probably do. But I feel like they would need to, like, a couple. And you know what? They probably do. What do we got here? 2, 4, 6 mana plus the treasures, which is more than enough to cast an Unforetold Epiphany. And are we waiting for them to have an Epiphany to cast their Epiphany, or what you doing, Joe? Yeah, and then you cast an Auron's Epiphany on your second main phase, right? No, burn down the house instead. Dirty. Do they just die? Yeah, they do just die. Because of our Meathook. Look, no hands. Up against Furtivo, something like that. Got the new, oh, what's that Sorn? I can't remember. The new Planeswalker, Sorn Plane, whatever his name is. Keepable hand, I like it. Question is, do we hold off the Epicure so we can do Socialite and Epicure in the same turn? It's a slower play. We do have Meathook. Let's throw the Epicure down now, and we'll try to hold on to Play with Fire so we can play with Fire and Socialite. Socialite? Social? Yeah, Socialite. So we'll go this way. Well, since we want to do these two guys in the same turn, maybe we can play this one down. Well, let's attack in first. I doubt they want to trade. because they want to build up their Ascended Spirit. Here we go. Now we've got damage in this turn, so we get a 3/3. A 3? No, our other guy becomes a 2. Right. When it enters the battlefield, other vampires get +1 if opponents lost life. So once it's already on the field, which it isn't anymore. Of course you're taking that one. That sucks. Another Ascended Spirit, which also sucks. Ooh, that kind of sucks considering we're bottlenecked on black right now. Attack in, see what I do. Chump block maybe? Probably not with an Ascended Spirit. Nope. So we'll play the Bloodtithe now. The Harvester. I'm actually, for an uncommon, I'm actually really starting to like this guy. You kind of get a lot of stuff out of him. You get the blood token. And he's got a pretty cool ability too. If you've got other ways of getting blood tokens and you get at least 2 of them, that's -4/-4 that he's doing right now. Which is not bad. All I need to do is him not have summoning sickness and he has to not be tapped. So if they're attacking with 2/1/1s, it can become a 2/3. Oh, that's why. I see. And I can't use his ability right now because he still has summoning sickness. That's pretty freaking swell. Let's get rid of one of these guys, seeing as though I can't block any of them now. There's our second black source. And what we're doing -1, which our guy will survive, but we want to do 2 damage instead of 1. So let's attack in first. And then this for 1. And there goes the other Ascended Spirit. We gain a life. And we're doing pretty good, working their health total down. They're down to 3 cards. We're down to 1. But we do have a clue. We have some other things. What do you call them, other things? These things. Blood token. We got some blood. We got some of this, some of that. I don't want a blood token now because I want to keep my second Meathook in case we need it. Oh, that was an awesome decision. Whoa, why are we... I guess it doesn't matter. This is all colorless. Whatever, let's let the auto tapper do it. Yeah, there we go. We gain a life. And get a creature token. Cool stuff. What did they take? All right, these Socialite is what they took from us. How dare they? See if they block with this. Probably not. Do I discard this though with the... Do I use a blood token to discard this guy? I don't know. Or do I play him? I get a damage if I... But I need to draw cards. Discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Yeah. I want some better stuff. Let's pass. We will use the blood token, discard that. And yeah, hope that we get find an Olivia at some point. Oh, we don't have the mana for it. We need 1 more mana for Olivia. Right. They just keep gaining life, which is really freaking annoying. Well, there's our mana. Come on, Olivia. That's not Olivia. Hit this guy now. And then, so they'll gain a life. I forgot about that. And we can Meathook next turn. And hopefully they'll play either this guy back so it'll get exiled when it dies instead, or they'll play other stuff. What are they going for? Meathook, I guess. Well, that's okay. We were planning on playing another Meathook pretty soon. So, yeah, go for it. And this time they don't gain a life because they have no life gain ETB. Although when they die, they will gain life, which still sucks. But so will we, because of our Meathook. Oh my god, we need like anything except lands right now. Okay, here. Oh, they get exiled, right, so they don't gain life. Oh no, they do. It's whenever it leaves the battlefield. Yeah, yeah. God, we had their health total so low. Oh my god, you stop just drawing all the perfect stuff, please? You have no cards left. And all we draw is lands. That helps. Alright. We get to draw some perfection now, too. Here's number 3. Freaking portable holes and multiple skyclays. Ay. Nothing now. Man, it just doesn't stop. Why are we getting all... Other than the Meathook Massacre, which we've seen all copies of, we've been seeing nothing but very mediocre side of our deck. Where's all the good stuff? Seriously. Let's wait for them to attack in. They probably will do. Life. One blocker. What do they have though? There was a little bit of stick there. They got something. Ah, of course they do. Again with all the perfect answers, and I got 3 Meathooks, which is not terrible, but it's not all the perfect answers. Finally we're getting some good stuff though, finally. Our own life game. Oh, that sucks. They'll gain life, we'll gain life, everybody gains life. We gain more life though. Oh my god. No, thank you, land. How many land? We still have, even if we draw Olivia, we still have enough mana to play her. Of course, and we sack our frickin' token, our artifact. Attack in with her flying. I highly doubt they're going to block with theirs. They might chump. But if I get 3 damage in and gain 3 life, I'm okay with that. That's pretty bad. That's extremely bad. What was I complaining about? Oh yeah, they're getting all their stuff in their perfect order, and we're getting nothing but mediocre garbage. Well, no, fine. Like Meathooks and then Knights. But too many of the same thing is not good either. Too many Meathooks, but then I'm like, well, they kept dealing with our Meathooks, so maybe it was a good thing. Clear the block. We're going to sacrifice this token to get our card draw. Holy, this is why we're losing this game. How the frig is that even possible? Wow. Bye. I'm not dealing with that crap. I want to play the game for real. Guess we'll keep it. Okay, that makes it a little better. Let's end the turn there. Yeah, let's just zap that now, so they don't get any ramp. Double Socialite is not terrible. It is not bad at all. Especially after we fried their first creature. We got Menace now, so we're likely to get 2 points of health on them. And then the other Socialite will enter and give the other one a +1, and then this one will give the one that enters a +1. So yeah, let's go with that playline, because they can't block the Menace. And we didn't draw a land, which is actually pretty terrible. What's up with this deck? It's like 23 lands. It's like 1 land less than what I normally, the normal number, the one that the auto lands gives you, or the, what is it? Suggested lands, that's what it's technically called, suggested lands. And it's like I feel like I have more mana problems with 1 less being either flooding or never getting mana like now, more often than I do with 24. Oh my god, why do they always have everything? And I'm always like, oh, this is awkward, awkward, oh, we're not getting this, like, and they just get it all the time. And we're bottlenecked on black again. I want to try tacking in. They have to double block, in which case we'll kill their wolf. Yeah, let's go for that. Like, I definitely won't kill their sculptor, kill their wolf, but... So let's go Florian. First strike. Nice. Post-combat main. We had to have him on the battlefield. I thought we were going to get to do his ability. Had to have him on the battlefield before our post-combat. Or the beginning of our post-combat. So it's like right as our combat is ending and we're starting into our second main phase. Before we even get to our main phase is basically when his ability triggers. So he needed to be already on the field at that point. I like the first strike, although it probably doesn't matter when your opponent has multiple Blizzard Balls. When do they ever not have exactly the card they need exactly when they need it? Like, this really feels really wrong right now. Like, enough. Enough of the constant, just everything. So you didn't block last time. Let's try and see if you'll do it again this time. Gets the damage in, yay. We can't play him because we don't have the double black still. Let's really get a 2-2, get an extra point of damage in. Hurrah, hurrah. We can chump and sack, but if they might do the thing where it gets trampled, or they just do that. Make it 5-5 and attack anyways. And it really doesn't matter because none of our good stuff we can cast anyways because the game hasn't given us any mana, let alone a second black. Like, we should be at least 5 mana right now. We're at 3 and we have 1 black. Totally rigged game. Like, I'm just gonna outright say this is total BS. Like, I just, like, the number of games I get that go exactly like this, that's where it's 23 lands, like, shuffle the deck, separate them at least once in a while. Like, this is pathetic we're only at 4 lands. Like, we're so far behind. Like, there's no coming back from this now. It's over. Like, like, what am I gonna do? Nothing is powerful enough anymore. Like, seriously. We have no mana for anything. We do 3 for this. I guess we have to attack. And then see what we can do with the Meathook afterwards. But if they don't block with their tree, we're just screwed anyways. Maybe we go Nighthawk Scavenger for a Death Touch blocker. I don't know. We just have like, oh my god, I'm so sick of like, what a stack draw. Like, no scry, no extra card draw. They didn't trigger the wolf. They did nothing. This was all just plopped right in their lap. Here you go. God, you know what? We might too. Because I can do this for 3, and they actually block with the exact creature that we needed them to. We're going to lose our Socialite, which sucks. Balls. But yeah, they lose all their creatures. And they can make another tree folk, unfortunately. Oh no, they can't. It's only at 2. They have to plus them first, and then they can do it, but we can kill it before it actually minuses. They have 1 card. They're going to get some lands, maybe. 2 lands. Got rid of some good stuff. They actually did get a good creature land there. But they also got rid of a chariot and a ranger class. Okay. You have to, you can't fault me for my anger earlier, though. Seriously, like, look at what they've been getting. And like I said, no scry. No card draw. I mean, I've done stuff. I've played a Deadly Dispute. I have something else. No, I didn't use this scry for on this. That's it. At least I've done stuff. But still, man, I haven't had the perfection they've had. Oh, it was so awkward. Just so screwed on lands. Like, oh yeah, they just had it all. Ooh, that's a 6th. Wow, yeah, they had a lot of stuff in the graveyard. But it doesn't matter because they're just going to Blizzard Brawl it now. Yeah, Blizzard Brawl and that stupid wolf would be good enough. Either we fried or we hold up Deadly Dispute. I say hold up Deadly Dispute. No. Yeah, let's hold up Deadly Dispute. For their 3rd Blizzard Brawl that they didn't scry or draw any extra cards for. No, it's something else. Just a straight up destroy spell. That's bullshit. I'm just so sick of them having every single card. Like, come on. Stop it. Like, just every single one. They haven't missed a beat. They have, like, nothing in our... We've now drawn 4 extra cards. Like, we have 4 cards in hand. They have 1, and they just still... I mean, they're at 6 health, so we are doing... But that's this deck, too. We get lots of... We sneak points in here and there. And we're doing our thing. So, they're down to 6. They're putting us down to... 18? 17? No, 16 because of that. I forgot that one. And now we're starting to flood. So all we're going to see for the rest of the game is lands. But you know what? I think we just have game. Yes, we do, because this is a big boy right now. 7-3. We go Olivia, attack. That is just game. Where is our... There it is. So, back to my... Well, no. I have the right. Like, look at this. I mean, these two, they milled themselves, so we didn't have to deal with them. Everything else in here we had to deal with, other than these two guys. Like, no, like, wow. My mono green deck with almost all these same cards, not this. I actually don't even think I have a chariots in mine. I should put, well, I don't know what else to take. And I also do the unnatural growth instead of Ren and 7. But anyways, All right, there we go. That was the gameplay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Is there anything to improve? I kind of feel like Voldaren Epicure could use some improvement, but we want to keep it a 1-drop. We want to keep a nice cheap creature in this slot. So, I don't know. You know what? I think he's actually is really good. Like, the deck did actually work out pretty cool. So I'm like, I'm not too... Yeah. Like the Bloodtithe Harvester. Have I even used that guy's ability yet? I don't think I have. But it's like another form of removal we have in the deck. So we got like the 4 Meathook Massacres. We got 4 Roil Eruptions, 4 Play with Fires, 4... What was I looking at? Yeah, 4 Harvesters. No other removal. But yeah, that's like 4, 8, 12. Yeah, it's a pretty good amount of removal. So I don't know. I thought the deck worked pretty well. Worked a lot better. Everything's synergized and flowed a lot better than the last Vampires deck I made before Crimson Vow. So let me know what you all think down in the comments below. And yeah, let me know what you think about the camera position. Do you like it where it is? Would you like me to put it back down in the bottom corner? Let me hear all about it, and hope you all have a great day. See you at the next video. Remember to subscribe and like and thumbs up on the video if you liked it. And yeah, see you guys later.